So this is Painting Platinum number 58, and I'm Sadie. Um, I need to make sure everything's working correctly. So if anything sounds weird, let me know. I don't have a Justin to let me know these things. So, um, let's see. Um, yeah, for whatever reason, I changed the title and it didn't work, and it did that last week too. So, I don't know. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna move forward. I contacted Justin. If he gets to it sorry, in in a short amount of time, maybe we'll be able to fix it. If not, that's okay too. You can just pretend I'm John and Dave if you'd like, or if not. Uh, no, it's not a hostage video. Um, just kind of a little thrown together. I had some stuff to do today. So, I'm just going to get my wet palette ready. Let's see. I have, let's go to our little camera. So, I have my little impromptu at home wet palette. I'm gonna add some water and we'll get to painting. It's probably too much. I'm really bad at that. I think it just takes time though. It's so frustrating that learning things, you really do a lot of times just have to experience it. And I'm kind of, let's see. Hold on, I just need to get everything straight. There we go, perfect. I'm kind of in that place. Hello. No, I'm not nervous. I'm just trying to get everything all together. So, because it's kind of new. It's kind of new doing it on the weekend. But I'm kind of in that place with mixing where I've been doing it, been mixing, matching colors. I always feel like I've been pretty good at it, but I'm learning more about the undertone of colors and how to match those, and that requires you thinning paints. So, howdy everybody. Oh, not enough water, Casmania says. Put a little more water on there. So I'm thinning paints, and I basically take this Sophie wing. I don't remember which Sophie it's for. I know it's a universal piece, so I'm really not sure the mini, but it's a wing that's about like that big. Like, I don't have my ruler, but maybe like four scales wide. So anyway, I take this, it's white, and I test the colors against it. So I think it was last night I was testing I was testing 9199 russet brown, and I just realized, like, gosh, this color's so pretty, and I've never realized it because you just see the mass something. I can't remember what it's called, but just the total effect of the opaque paint. But anyway, there's so much to it that if somebody would have told me, like 3 years ago, you're just going to have to do a lot of this to figure it out, I would have been so frustrated. But now that I'm in it and I kind of figured it out for myself, it's all good. I did not find my sticky tack before I started, so I might try something different. But what I've learned about trying something different, especially in a hobby or a skill or job that people have done a lot of, usually there's a reason why we do it the way we do it, and it probably won't work. So I'm gonna use I have a removable tape. I've been using these guys. These like, I use those for everything. Just killer. So, let me see if I can't. It sticks okay. It doesn't stick like crazy well. So we'll see what we can do. And then I might have to adjust my lighting and move the camera so I can get it close to me. I moved my office around. I kind of do that every now and again. It's spring, so I took everything out and I had to kind of pull it out in the paint department. I think I did it on a Sunday. And kind of cleaned and swept and mopped and moved stuff, you know. So that's sort of what I've been up to here. Let me take a look at what we're doing. So my plan was to do this dark elf. And I found that when I think about colors from memory, I don't do as well as if I look at pictures. Unfortunately, I don't want to bring up a photo of a dark elf that somebody else has painted or like concept art or anything like that because I really just don't want to. I don't know. I just don't want to get into that. So I might get a picture of the hair color I want. And as far as the skin, I want to gray it out a little bit. So it's pretty intense for what I'm going for. But the hair, I think I finally want to do, you know, obviously I always want to do like a real silvery platinum because that's just where I am in being a cosmetologist, like where I learned. That's my thing that I'm into. But I think it'll look really good. And I saw some examples of that. I might have to get a little bit closer. And, yeah, hold paint holder instead of blue tack. That's what I'm doing, Casmania, so I hope it works. Did I say hi to everybody? I've been so busy getting all this stuff together. I don't even know if I did most of it right, but I think I did. I'm hoping I did. So we're going to get to painting. Maybe this will help. No. One of these days, I'm going to remember that I use a jar. Oh, maybe this will work. No. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. I think it's these. So I got some new readers. I let mine get scratched up. Let's see. So I just got some new ones, but they're supposed to be like bifocals, but they're not. Like they don't have the weird lines on them. So I'm wondering if I could have used these when I was wearing glasses and I would have my glasses off and then I would have my readers on and I couldn't see chat. So they're supposed to be, you can see really up close here. But I can also look up at the chat. Actually, no, I do not miss doing hair. I do hair for select people, especially right now, people that I don't want to go to a hair salon during a pandemic, and I do my boyfriend's hair. And for me, I like coloring hair, but you have to have, I mean, if you're going to color somebody's hair, you need a back bar of color and you need a shampoo bowl. And I'm not set up for that. And for hair cutting, I get hair splinters, and just the feeling of that bothers me so much. I always said when I was in school, if I did hair in a salon, I would shower after every haircut, or want to. I mean, I really just hate it. So, I hate it so much. It gets in your shoes. It gets in your socks. I'm trying to think. Like, I've got bras. Like, you'll ruin bras. You get hair stuck in them. So if I cut hair in certain tennis shoes and I wear them around, I'll end up like taking tweezers and pulling them out. So I don't miss that. And I don't miss people's kind of, if people decide to be mean to you, you're really in it. I'm not the type of person to say, let me adjust my camera up. Oh, well, forgive me. I'm coming back, I swear. I messed this up. I really don't know how this attaches. I might need like a little session with Justin to kind of look over this and help me with stuff that's sort of weird. One moment. Look at my lovely painted figure. And just pretend that I'm more pro. Okay. So. Oh. But anyway, that's hair. There are parts I like about it, parts I don't. I am too introverted is another part. Like I really, and I'm experiencing it right now, I get so burnt out if I people too much. And I'm so blessed. Like I have a really great boyfriend. And if I just say, I really need to be alone, like all weekend, and I know it, he's so cool about it because he gets it. I think we're the same Myers-Briggs. I don't know how much I kind of buy into all that, but I think we're both INFP, introverted, intuitive. Yeah, feeling, perceiving. Yeah. So, need to cut my buddy's hair. Hold on. Sorry, my mouse is over something. I cut his mom's hair just collar length the other day. It doesn't look horrible. It's the first haircut I ever did, not counting my daughter's bangs when she was little. My best advice for cutting hair is take small sections. Make sure their feet are flat. Both feet flat on the floor, no crossed legs. That'll give you a crooked haircut. And just take small sections. And then for anything, one of these days, I'm going to think of something. Here you go. For anything below the occipital bone, which is like where you're looking at a skull, and here's the jaw here, and here's that like bump there. For anything below that, you'll have them look down, because if not, when they move their head up, you'll have like a weird step. But other than that, I think you can find haircuts on YouTube. Everybody does them a little bit differently. Hold on, I'm going to grab the paint. Cutting hair took a lot of time and work for me. I'm very analytical. I was really not comfortable with it until I took an American Crew class. So American Crew has this men's work class where you learn how to scissor cut hair, and you learn how to take those old Austers with the metal blades and do haircuts without guards. So I did that, and I got so much more comfortable. And the only thing I can think of, I loved the shears so much, and they're like a long scissor, which is good for scissor over comb. You can cut a lot of hair at once. So I learned a lot from that, and it was a really hard class. Typically in that class, you would have somebody cry. So I was able, when I went back to school to be an instructor, I was able to check haircuts and assist with that class, which was really cool because it helped me so much. And again, I don't really consider myself a great hair cutter. I am a lot better at scissors than clippers. So what that is you make like I won't go too deep into this because I'll bore everybody, but you make like a comb width section and cut it, and then split it in half and make another comb width section, and you want to pull it straight out from where it grows. But if you pull it toward the one you just cut, it gets longer and longer. So if you wanted to do like a really groovy asymmetrical bob on somebody, you could just keep pulling it back to the section you cut, and you'd have like a long side and a short side, essentially. There's oh my gosh, I know who you need to look at. I think her name is Chanel Mariano, and she's on Instagram and she's an educator, and she teaches cutting hair in the way that I would teach cutting hair and braiding, which is that when I was a kid, I had a Cabbage Patch pony, and the Cabbage Patch pony had this kind of almost waxy sort of rope hair. So I learned to braid on Barbies, but when I got this, I could like really practice my braiding because it held. And not only that, because the hairs were bigger, you could just visualize things more. So when you're dealing with all these hairs all over the head, people get so overwhelmed. And I think if you do something like that, it helps. So she does that. She has like string, and she'll show you what different effects do to make the strings longer and shorter. Very cool. Very, very cool. I think she teaches really well for the way most people who cut hair think. So, awesome. All right, let's get started. We will be talking a little bit about hair today. It's kind of appropriate that we would start on that, because I would like to make a platinum blonde, kind of silver white, and I've been talking about that for a long time. It's something I talked to Anne about. It's pretty neat. So we'll talk about that after we do the eyes. For now, we'll do the eyes, and I'll kind of share with you my thoughts and what I gathered from Anne in that. So, I don't know who was here last time, but I made these really creepy googly eyes. So I covered them back up in white, and I need to make them again. So